Pompeii. The name does not merely evoke an ancient Roman city. It also brings to mind a terrifying moment in history, when an entire city was buried within just a few short hours. Yet what makes Pompeii truly unique is not its destruction, but the way it was preserved. A city frozen in time. When Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, it unleashed one of history's most catastrophic natural disasters. Within hours, the vibrant Roman city of Pompeii was buried beneath a thick shroud of volcanic ash and pumice. But unlike other cities lost to time, Pompeii was not merely destroyed, it was preserved. Its buildings, streets, and even the people were sealed in a volcanic tomb, their final moments frozen mid-motion. For nearly 2,000 years, they lay in silence until archaeologists began to dig, and the city started to speak again. What they uncovered was not just ruins, but stories. Daily lives halted in an instant, families caught embracing, animals still tethered in courtyards, and most haunting of all, the human forms shaped by death and sealed by ash. These figures became icons of tragedy, ghosts of the ancient world. Yet for decades, much of their true story remained hidden. Now, with modern technology, we are peeling back the layers of ash and plaster to reveal who these people were and how exactly they died. The moment of destruction. It began on a summer morning. A column of smoke and ash shot high into the sky, darkening the sun. Within hours, the air filled with falling debris. Roofs collapsed. Panic spread. Some fled. Others stayed, sheltering in homes, praying the storm would pass. But this was only the beginning. In the early hours of the next day, pyroclastic flows, superheated gas, and ash traveling at hundreds of kilometers per hour swept down the mountainside. They buried Pompeii in an instant, suffocating and incinerating everything in their path. For centuries, the city was forgotten until rediscovered in the 18th century. As excavations began, archaeologists were stunned to find empty voids in the ash where bodies had once decomposed. Then, in 1863, Italian archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli had a groundbreaking idea. He poured liquid plaster into these voids, creating detailed casts of the victims, capturing their last postures, expressions, and even folds in their clothing. The result was both scientific and deeply emotional, a glimpse into the final moments of real people who once laughed, loved, and lived in Pompeii. Beneath the plaster, what lies within? For over a century, these plaster casts served as haunting testaments to Pompeii's final hours. But they were also mysteries. While the exterior revealed posture and clothing, the actual bones, still sealed within the casts, remained hidden. That changed with the arrival of advanced CT scanning technology. Archaeologists launched an ambitious project to scan dozens of casts using the same computed tomography used in modern hospitals. These scans allowed researchers to digitally peel back the plaster and see the skeletons inside without damaging them. The discoveries were astonishing. One cast, long believed to be a pregnant woman, was revealed to be neither pregnant nor likely a woman at all. The rounded abdomen had misled early observers, but the skeleton told a different story. It was a reminder of how easily assumptions could become accepted truth. Another scan revealed a small boy, around 4 years old, lying beside what appeared to be his parents and an infant sibling. His clothes were visible in the plaster, but the scan revealed his bones and even the expression on his face. These scans also uncovered fascinating biological details. The teeth of many victims were remarkably well preserved with few cavities. This suggested a Roman diet low in sugar and high in coarse grains, fruits, and vegetables. Yet their teeth also showed heavy wear, likely caused by grit from stone ground flour. Rethinking the victims. For decades, a popular belief held that those who died in Pompeii were primarily the elderly, infirm, or very young, those unable to flee in time. But CT data tells a different story. The skeletons represent a cross-section society. Men, women, children, adults in their prime. People from all walks of life were caught by the eruption. Some were found huddled with loved ones. Others appeared mid-stride, running. A few seemed to have been sleeping. What truly killed them? While suffocation from toxic gases and the heat of the pyroclastic flows were major factors, scans revealed another cause of death: cranial trauma. Many victims suffered massive head injuries, likely from collapsing buildings as ash piled on rooftops and tremors shook the ground. Pompeii's destruction wasn't just from above. It came crashing down all around. These findings change our understanding of the disaster. It was not simply a volcanic apocalypse. It was a complex, multi-layered tragedy. And the victims were not just silhouettes in plaster. They were individuals, mothers, merchants, children, each with name lost to time, but a story slowly coming back to life, uncovering new clues. The season of the eruption. For centuries, the story of Pompeii's destruction was anchored to a single date: August 24th, 79 AD. That was a day recorded in one surviving letter by Pliny the Younger, who witnessed the eruption from across the Bay of Naples. His words offer a rare eyewitness account, one that shaped the historical timeline for nearly 2,000 years. But now, that date is under question. Archaeologists began noticing strange inconsistencies. The food left behind in homes told a different story. Scattered among the ruins were autumnal fruits, pomegranates, walnuts, even chestnuts, items not yet in season in August. Even more curious were the braziers, portable heaters, found in several homes. Why would people be warming their rooms in the heat of an Italian summer? Then, the CT project added a crucial clue. One of the scanned victims had died wearing garments made of thick, heavy wool, far more suited to the crisp chill of October or November than the scorching air of August. The fabric's texture was clear in the scan, coarse, layered, intentionally warm. Taken together, the evidence builds a compelling case. The eruption may have occurred not in August, but later, perhaps deep in autumn. It's a powerful reminder that even in well-known history, truth can shift beneath our feet, that letters can be miscopied, assumptions, repeated over centuries, can become accepted fact, and that modern tools can peel back the layers of time, not only to reveal bones and ruins, but to challenge what we think we know. Into the future, science, memory, and the human connection. With every scan, every discovery, the plaster casts of Pompeii are no longer just archaeological artifacts. They become something more intimate. Their faces, bodies, stories. The line between the past and the present grows thinner. Advanced imaging has even allowed scientists to go further, into the realm of virtual autopsy. With contrast techniques and digital reconstructions, experts have mimicked soft tissue structures, recreated facial features, and traced signs of disease or injury invisible to the naked eye. One scan revealed spinal abnormalities that suggested chronic labor. Another showed evidence of healed trauma, proof that the person had survived hardship before the eruption took their life. And in one extraordinary case, researchers used 3D data to reconstruct a man's entire face, from skull to muscle, from lips to gaze. Looking at him, you don't just see a Roman, you see a person. Someone who laughed, worked, loved, and died in the shadow of Vesuvius. The project has also inspired a new generation of researchers. With 3D digital models, scholars around the world can study Pompeii's victims without ever touching the fragile casts. Artists and historians can bring the city back to life in virtual reality, recreating streets and marketplaces, voices, and sounds. And perhaps one day, through AI and facial reconstruction, we'll be able to meet the eyes of someone who lived 2,000 years ago and see ourselves reflected there. For all its horror, Pompeii offers something rare in history: a pause button on time. A city preserved not by intention, but by catastrophe. A tragedy, yes, but also a gift, a time capsule of real people and real lives stopped mid-motion. Thanks to the marriage of ancient remains and modern science, those lives are now speaking again. In bone, in fabric, in silence. And maybe that's the most haunting mystery of all. Not how they died, but how closely they resemble us. If you found this journey into the ashes of Pompeii as haunting and fascinating as we did, don't forget to leave a like, share this video with fellow history lovers, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that uncover the lost secrets of the ancient world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. What do you think we'll uncover next? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, stay curious.